We won again. It's getting boring now, isn't it? We won again. I think I should do like one of them detective phones because we won again. It's getting boring. Well, not getting boring. It's getting exciting. But yeah, people, we won again. This time it was more easy. What can I say? I got a different panel in. What I'm going to do for the next hour, hear these three talk. I'm just going to sit there. Steve can be the host. I'm going to sit there, drink my drink. We're going to win the league. I've done a bloody poll, people. So if you think we win the league, please hit the like button. Steve, do you want to be the host?
I don't mind, Ben. I'm a better looking host anyway.
Well, so Steve can be the host. I'm going to sit there. We're 6 on a bounce. I'm bored now, people. I'm joking, people. People, how excited are you? We are now officially title contenders after winning 3-0 at Wolves. If you've not seen the vlog, please go and watch it. I don't know what to say. Let me get the panel in. We're at Legend Chelsea. How are you, Chelsea?
I'm good.
Okay?
Yeah, I'm good. It's just getting so tiring, all this winning. It's just...
Yeah. See, she feels the same. Steve, do you feel the same?
Now I know what it's like to be a Man City fan for the last 5 years. Yeah. It's a bit boring, isn't it?
Bit boring, isn't it? Just winning all the
Can anyone give us a challenge, please? Can anyone challenge us, please? Come on, he's putting some effort in, like, you know what I mean?
Exactly. And we've got next up, Lee Tilson. I think he's... Are you bored of it? Keep winning again?
I never get bored. Never get bored of winning, mate. Never get bored of it.
Oh, people in the chat, how's everyone feeling, man? Like, we're joint second with Arsenal, and we won again. Let's talk about yesterday's game, but before we do, let's get in the chat. Here's Colin. How you doing, Colin? Great win. It was a great win. People, if you do want to be a member to the channel, please do. If you hit the member sign, it helps me a lot. If any super chats, if you can, please help me a lot because, as you know, that I want to go on tour. So if all the money that I get from YouTube, it helps me a lot. So please do. How you doing, Kel? Hope you're well. I'll see you before the game on Saturday. Ed, Forest fans, do you think we'll win the league? We'll see that later on. That's later on, Ed. We'll see that later on. Raz Daz, how you doing, Raz Daz? Evening. Oh, never boring when we win. Looking forward to Saturday, 18th December. I think we'll win. I think we'll win it before that, Raz Daz. I think we'll win it before that, if I'm honest. We've got another legend, Chris, all the way from Jersey. Pub Master and his crew. Great game was already won. But fair play to War Proud, selfish passing ball to Elorani on his final goal. That is commenced on the special team as well. We are going to speak about that as well. Hadi, how you doing, my friend? Dore, title race, what a ride it is. That's why I'm not used to it. That's why I'm like, I speak to Chelsea before it started. I'm not used to it. In the Frank Clark days, yes, but this, it's unbelievable. Eve, good evening, Mr. Dore, Chelsea, Stephen Lee. Hope you're well. I'm so happy we won again last night. I hope we beat Liverpool in a week today. I bought my tickets today for the game against Brighton. Eve, hope you're well. We'll talk about that game later on. Unbelievable. And got Kieran. Nice to watch your vlog with no blocking the sound. Kieran, I've never blocked the sound. I just scream a lot when we score, but it is what it is. Right, let's get the panel in. And Charles, we're joint second. How are you feeling?
I'm that Forest fan where I'm in utter disbelief. Like I am enjoying it, but I need to enjoy it more. There's always that little niggle in the back of my head of, oh yeah, but you never know what if a bad run happens. I am that Forest fan. I'm very realistic, but whenever I see it open the table up, and I just see us in third, and I just go, nah, surely they got something wrong.
Me too. I look at it every day. I'm looking, is it the wrong way around?
Yeah.
No. I think it's wrong way around, people. People in the chat, are we dreaming? This is happening right now. I'm baffled. Steve, how are you feeling? It's mad, isn't it?
Well, I don't know what to say, really. I mean, I've been a Forest fan now going on about 30 years, and I can't recall a time like this, to be honest with you. For this moment.
Steve, 6 on
It's
the
not,
bounce.
it's not just that, though. It's about the whole atmosphere of the club and the way the players are, and just I know we got social media now involved and things like that. We can see what goes behind the scenes, but it's just everything has just been knitted together and so quickly as well. With I showed you earlier, Dore, that So if anyone wants to go back and see the comment section, and when we were in talks to Nuno, right, and some of the comments, some Forest fans.
Why are you doing this? Why, Steve? Why are you doing this?
No. Are you throwing me? Why are you suggest? You deserve it, though. If you're one of them, hang your head in shame. Because go back and
wait. Let's expand this. So Steve put on a group chat saying when Nuno was hired as Nottingham Forest as manager, I said he's got to outdo Steve Cooper. And
I said the same thing, though.
And he has.
I said the same thing.
People in the chat, when Nuno was appointed, what's your first thought? Lee, what's your first thought? Make it quick. What's your first thought?
I was all for Nuno coming in.
Stop lying. Be honest.
No, honestly, I was. But probably round about early January, mid-January, he didn't look. He looked like he hadn't signed up for it to me. If you remember, his interviews with Colin Crane, he was quite spiky, and he just looked like he didn't want to be there. But from my attitude towards Nuno changed around about the time we had the Everton debacle, and he came out and he was so passionate and emotional. And he really did look like he cared. And from that moment on, I mean, that was a bit of a watershed moment, really, wasn't it? Because I think we went on to play really well for the last few games out of the season after that. And we've just gone onwards and upwards. Okay. All
right. What about you, Chelsea?
Yes and no.
Let's go Chelsea. No. You threw me
I give my opinion then about Nuno.
When Nuno came, what was your first thought?
I was bitter already because Cooper had gone, so I was already bitter. I think whoever would have come in, I'd have been like, absolutely not. No.
That's my response, Steve. That's my bitter. That's what it was. Go on, carry on, Steve. Go on.
But
it's not even 10-minute mark, people. He's throwing me under the bus. The hell. Carry on, Steve. Carry on. Go on. Keep going.
I was bitter, and I was almost like I was a bit like to whoever would come in. But then I settled myself, and my tantrum was over. And I thought, well, what he done at Wolves. I thought benefit of the doubt, and that was my mentality.
Great response, Steve. Now you can carry on.
I agree with you, though, and I agree with the panel as well. Is that when I said at the time, you can go back and clip it. I said at the time, whoever comes in, when Cooper was on the ropes, and I said, whoever comes in after Cooper has to hit the ground running. He has to hit it off with the fans. He has to get the right results because we'll be on his back because we love Cooper. And I agree with Lee. Nuno, to me, didn't feel like he was signed up for it in the beginning. But as the months went on and we had VAR against us, we had decisions, we had injuries, we had African players out, we had all this kind of, and he was up against it, points deduction, all that kind of thing. And then I think it just hit home with him, and that, he's welcome here, and he was a part of the project. But coming back to the Cooper and the flip over to Nuno, I work with a Spurs fan, and that's all I had off him was, Nuno's going to send you down, he's going to send you down. And think of that all the time in my ear. So instantly I'm thinking, have we done the right thing here? And then people at work were like, oh, look what he did at Spurs. And it's like, he didn't well at Wolves, though. But they always referred back to the Spurs. They're forgetting what he did at Wolves. He got him. Was it back-to-back?
Spurs, did he really?
If you look at his results, they weren't that bad. It's just the style of football, Lee. The Spurs fans didn't want that style of football. And look what they want.
To be honest, mate, I was going to say, I don't know if you've had TalkSport on today, but they're actually about 4 o'clock, they were saying they were branding our style of play ugly. They were saying, "Oh, would you rather be like Forest and have an ugly style of play where they were reeling out the bottom of the possession stats, the defensive team, or would you rather be like Ange's team, exciting to watch for mid-table?" And there was still a mixed response. I think that there's a lot of snobbery in football, isn't there?
I said, and Ben, I've referred to this Man United fan several times the other night in work with me. He was henpecking me, and he's on about the style of Forest they're playing is terrible. And I say to him, where is Southampton in the league? Bottom. And what do they try and do? Play pep ball. And where does it get them? 6 points, bottom of the league.
Yeah.
Nuno's come, and this is what he's done really well. He's looked at the players. When's the last time we were a possession-based team? I can't remember that. Maybe under Mark Warburton, maybe. Yeah. He tried to implement that style. It didn't work. We've never had a possession. We've never been a possession team. We've always relied on our counter-attack, pace, bit of power up front. And now Nuno's gone, right, I need a base. A midfield is still can be hit and miss, but from back to front, now we got pace up top, we got a striker in form. And I said this for the weekend, like, we've got such a simple format of way of playing. We've got a solid goalkeeper, we've got 2 fast wing backs, we've got 2 monster centre halves, we've got a solid midfield who put their foot in, we've got a number 10, which is a baller, we've got a striker up front who just knows where the goal is. And we got 2 wingers. And we got 2 wingers who fight on the wing. It's simple football. It's no rocket science. It's just literally football manager you play back when you were 12-year-old. It's simple football.
It's been overcomplicated, hasn't it? It's been football gets overcomplicated.
I got to play 30 passes before I get out the 18-yard box.
Yeah.
No, it's like, I know we'll go back to maybe the goals later, right? But you look at the third goal last night. What did Milenkovic do?
Just whacked it. Bosh.
Whacked it. Get rid of it. And this is what, so Lee, I don't know if you heard all the talk sport this morning.
I've watched talk sport all day. I've watched it all day.
It's been like Forest Radio today. It's been great.
Was it Troy? And I will give things to Troy Deeney. He did praise us up, but he said, I think he said the 2 centre halves are monsters and they just know they roll. And he said you got Milenkovic who will just hoof it, boot it anywhere. Murillo will try 45-yard screamers, which he did which he did last night. And he's a baller from the back. I mean, it's just, Nuno has just built a rock-solid side. And it's all jealousy as well. You got these United fans, Spurs fans. You just stay down there and get a nosebleed, right? Just looking up to us, Or we get a nosebleed looking down at you.
Oh, it's
sit down.
It's
right, my rant's over now. My rant is done.
You know what? To be fair, right? When I left the game yesterday, like, I wanted to go and talk sport because last night, one Forest fan came on, and all I spoke about was Trent Arnold. I think so. We just won 6 out of 6 wins. Talk about us. I went on. Said, "Oh, they can defend me back," and did defend me back? Talk sport. No, you didn't. You horrible people. But to be fair, all day they have spoke about Forest, and it's good to hear because we're in a special place right now with the fan base as well. I'm not. To be fair, I'm going to own up. I'm not a fan of where the away fans sit at Wolves because the atmosphere. From the TV, was it good? Was it loud and all that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Forest fans.
Trust me. Because we all spread it out. Each corners was singing, and in the middle, it wasn't more. It was loud, but it wasn't like
weird.
Huh?
It's weird, isn't it? Because it's all along the side.
Yeah, and it wasn't bouncy. But like don't get me wrong, it was Forest was great, but it just I'm not a fan of it. I prefer like it was all bunched together and all that. But it is what it is. People, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you know. Let's start with you, Chelsea. But like I said, it was a 3-0 win. Wolves have their chances, but it was a professional performance. They want it.
Oh yeah, it was brilliant. I don't think it was the best football that we've played that I've watched so far this season, but ultimately we got the job done in the end. I mean, like you said, Wolves had great chances. I mean, if that weren't for Matt Sells last night. We'll talk
about him later, yeah.
Oh, he was absolutely superb. But I think they all went in knowing that they could get the job done. And I think, I don't know, there was this air of confidence I felt about them last night. I don't think they felt like they had to ramp up the pace as if we were playing against Chelsea or, or Liverpool or, whoever you want to class as top six. But yeah,
we're top six. Top six. Just the top six.
I know. I still keep having to remind myself.
Top three, not top six. Top three. Just
top
remind
three.
you. Yeah.
But no, I did think we played well. I think, yeah, but it was just getting the job done, and that's what we did. That's what we came to do.
100%. What was your feeling, Steve? Because like I said, we scored a goal through Gibbs White, and let's start with Gibbs White because the Wolves fans, I don't know, like I said, if people heard it, and when you're at the ground, absolutely disgrace. I see the interview with Gibbs White. He said he doesn't mind the banter, but when they're talking
that
about
was too far, though.
Yeah,
when you start bringing kids into it and family members, no.
Yeah, next level.
What was said? Because I couldn't hear it.
They mentioned
is baby's not yours and stuff like that. I mean, why are they turning on his wife anyway? I mean, have I missed something?
They've been doing it for years.
Yeah, he's done it. As soon as he signed for us, they just turned it in like that.
Yeah, something happened. I think like I said, he wants to leave Wolves, but then I think something.
Considering they were glad to see the back of him though at the time. Remember, they were all saying they'd had our pants down, and so why are they giving him stick? They should have been.
It's funny because when they was giving more stick and he scored, not a sound from Wolves fans. Couldn't hear him.
Has anyone seen Ina's Snapchat?
Yeah.
No.
And he's like, he loves Gibbs White. He's got a caption. He's going through his bag and he puts a caption like, Gibbs White always likes to play against Wolves. And Gibbs White bends over and he's got his little man of the match trophy and just does his eyebrows like that. He's like,
brilliant. Love that.
Yeah, he's like proper.
I sent it through Instagram. But again, let's talk about Gibbs White because, like I said,
sorry, Ben. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, who did I mention it? Tuesday. Was it Tuesday? I was talking.
Yeah. You asked me about the game. Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about Gibbs White. Like I said, he scored his goal, and I think the goal he scored, he loves doing in that position as well. Because I think he did it against Aston Villa when he set up Welanga. Yeah. Them two always do well when it comes to when they're attacking, but he took his goal well, didn't he?
Yeah. Can we just give praise to the pass from Anderson?
Yes.
What a pass that was. Because he had two options there. He could have gone wide to Hudson-Odoi to run down the line, or that pass, which he kind of done it like blindly, really. He was like, he just found him, didn't he? And he just broke the lines, and then it was just like the whole space opened up for Gibbs White, and he just drove into that space, and then obviously played the kind of 1-2 with Elanga. But yeah, that was a good start, but I felt that Wolves were the better side the first half. If I'm going to be honest, they were. To be fair to them, they were good. I mean, they left back looked quite handy. The way they was whipping the ball in, is it Gomez? Is it? He looked a good player. If they had Cunha, could he have made the difference yesterday? I think he would have.
They missed him. I think they missed him yesterday.
They missed him, they missed a bit of Stardust, and they missed a bit of Stardust in their side. But look, that's what we're going to do. We're never going to have control fully for 90 minutes. We can't have arrogance now thinking we're going to be in control. We are going to have moments where we're going to be on the edge of our seats, a bit nervy, and that's where we rely on our defence and keeper to pull us out. That's what good teams do. And then what we do is we respond back and we just hit them on the break from the second goal. I think that's what kind of killed the game. It just zapped the life out of the Wolves fans because you could hear the atmosphere just.
It was.
You know what I'm finding, Ben, right? And it's just every game, when we've been at Brentford, Everton, we're playing these teams, and we just zapping the life out of the crowd. And it's not just boring them. It's just because
that's what's more brilliant, Steve. Because I was watching. TalkSport said it. We went to Everton and they got points against Man City and that.
Everton, Chelsea, Arsenal and Chelsea.
Yeah. Then we go to Brentford. They're unbeaten at home and we beat them. Yeah. Then we go to Wolves. They get the manager rebounds and we beat them.
They'd scored in every game. They'd scored in every home game as well until yesterday.
And for us to go to these grounds and just win because like yesterday was just second half. The second goal just took the sting out of him. If I'm honest. But yeah, carry on, Steve. What were you saying?
Yeah, just to finish up, it's just. I know I'm going off Gibbs White slightly here. It's just to tie in with your match. It's just the Gibbs White set the tone, for which I thought, okay, this is the way. Hopefully, this is the way the game's going to go. Keep to that counter attacking. I knew they were going to come at us. A couple of nervy bits, but the second goal just killed the game, didn't it? And obviously the third goal was late on, but the second half we controlled it. We never. I think it was bar one save. Sells really made to his left. If I remember, in the second half. Had one chance. Yeah, pulled the save.
Good save. Yeah, it took a little deflection, didn't it?
Yeah. I'm sure we'll come to individuals later on, but overall, Gibbs White, I thought he had a really good game. Obviously, the England manager they're watching, which they told him about after the game, so obviously he's there to impress as well. But for the Forest point of view, it's just, it was good to shut them up as well. I was jumping on my living room I was like, come on, no Wolves fans, no, shut up now, sit down and shut up, Yeah, I'm so happy for him because
it was a mistake. Like yesterday, like to be fair, the Wolves fans first half were a little bit loud, but then the second goal, even the whole second half.
This one thing, then it's just at the away grounds it's almost like their fans they're watching, going, we can't do nothing against these. Whatever we try nothing's coming off. I mean, how did Murillo clean off the line?
How did we talk about as well, man?
How did that happen? Like, that shouldn't happen. I know the striker should have scored, but you're sitting there watching. You almost come to a point again. There's nothing else we can do.
I know.
So you're sitting there watching, going, my team ain't going to score you. And then every time we give the ball away, it's almost like when the other team give the ball away, they're like, uh-oh. You can hear the kind of in the crowd going, uh-oh, Forest got the ball in the counter again, and it's frightening. It is frightening at the moment. It's quite scary on counter-attack. Honestly, watch it live, but what on the TV is just how rapid, and we come to that later on, but yeah, that's my opinion on the game anyway. It's just, overall, it was half decent.
Lee, let's talk about Chris Wood, man. Again, we've got to praise Callum Hudson-Odoi because his trademark. He likes to run past the player, crosses it in, and Chris Wood gets his 12th goal. It was just like again another. Who passed it? Callum Hudson-Odoi. I don't know who it was. Was it
Sells?
Sells, like I said, we do it so fast from back to front. Then we just it's weird, isn't it? Just again, and Chris Wood again. Right, Lee, let me put you on the spot. When we signed Chris Wood, was you a doubter, yes or no?
Yeah, I was.
Okay,
I was. But I wasn't. I never, without ever tearing into him, though. I mean, I'll always give players a chance, but I'd never seen enough of him, to be honest, mate, to be able to judge. I didn't watch a lot of Premier League football when we were in the Championship. I've got to be honest. So I didn't. I remember him being decent when he was in the Championship, but I don't know. I didn't rip into him, mate. But I wouldn't say I was jumping through hoops when we signed him. But I'm delighted for him that he's come good. But do you think though it's not just his goals? His all-round game is just superb. I mean, that Tottenham game, he didn't score, but he led the line so well in that game. And he just, he brings other players into the game. He makes good, clever runs. I mean, he made a really good run for the Gibbs White goal. He never got the ball, but his run created a bit of space in the box. He's such a clever player, and he must be getting close to 100 goals in the Premier League now. I think he's on 80 odd or something.
They've got 90.
Is it 90? Is it? I thought, or 80.
People in the comments. People in the comments will tell me how many goals has Chris Wood scored.
It'd be good if he could stay next season and he could crack into that 100 club, the Premier League. With us.
I would say 92 goals.
92.
I'm going to say 92. I
don't think it is, because I think they said there's a player who's on TalkSport today who scored more than Chris Wood, and he's got the same initials, and I think he had 88, and it was Callum Wilson, so he must be on 80. I think it might be 82 then. But either way, I mean, that's still doable. He could still get to 100 goals by the end of next season, couldn't he?
definitely.
I've got them.
So sorry, go on, who was it, Chelsea?
As 81.
Oh, 81,
81.
okay. Don't worry about it. Chris will get another 19 goals in the Premier League this season.
Yeah.
People. Before I get we'll ask another question, I got a super chat from Serge. Thank you for the £4.99, my friend. I hope you're well. That £4.99 goes to my European tour. So just thought I'd tell you that. Thank you for the £4.99, my friend. Even lovely people, the Wolves manager admit that we were lucky. They tried everything, but it just didn't work 100%. It just didn't work for him. And like I said, when Wood got that goal, second half, didn't really pressure. But Sales could have just sat there on an armchair and just done nothing, because that's how confident his Forest fans was, because they had nothing. But let's talk about Sales. And I'll ask you, Chelsea. How many clean sheets is it? 9 clean sheets now?
9. Yeah.
But again, people in the comments, and I'll put my hands on, and I'll throw myself under the bus, Steve. I wasn't, again, confident with Sells at the start. People in the comments, was you confident when we signed Sells? Yes or no? Was you confident, Chelsea, when we signed him?
No, I weren't. But to be fair, I wasn't confident. I wasn't not confident. I didn't really know too much about him, to be honest. I was just, as long as Turner was out of the picture, I didn't really mind who we had as a keeper, to be fair. But I think with Matt Hill, I mean, he's absolutely superb. But obviously with him having Milenkovic and Murillo, I mean, them as this triangle at the back, there's no stopping. And there's a reason why we have got the most, Sales has got the most clean sheets. And obviously we've got one of the best couple of pair of centre-backs in the Premier League. But the saves that he made last night were absolutely phenomenal. Even when he just positioned himself at the right time. I know that I can't remember which shot on target they had, but where it just came at him. People were very quick to say about that. It was lucky that for him to be in that position, but he had to put himself there. It's not like he could have put himself, near the post, but he decided not to, and he was in the right place at the right time. But yeah, he is absolutely brilliant. And when you look at the amount of points that we lost last season by having not a very good keeper to this season, then yeah.
In the past we've been linked with Callagher, haven't we, quite a few times. Would you still have Callagher over Sells? I wouldn't either. I've got to be honest. I know, but then there is the age to take into account, though, isn't there? So Sells is 33.
I don't rate him. I know everyone's going to say because he plays for Liverpool. Yes, I know people, but I've always said I wouldn't. If I'm honest.
Same with Ramsdale. I'm not a big Ramsdale fan. I think Sells is far better than Aaron Ramsdale.
I would take Kelleher over Ramsdale.
Yeah. There's a lot of good goalkeepers in the Premier League, to be fair, isn't there? There's not many duffers. I don't think there's anybody that really stands out. I mean, Sells. There's not many I'd swap Sells for, because I don't think there's any real. I mean, Ederson looks like he's on the way down a bit. Alisson's had a lot of injuries in the last year, and I think there's a lot of really good goalkeepers at a similar kind of level, and I'd put Sells in that group.
People in the chat will say, let's say about Sells again, because like I said, he's had a criticism, and he's been so far that I think he's been the best goalkeeper in the Premier League.
I agree.
His clean sheets back up as well, and it's weird. Like we're saying this as well, because he had his criticism last season. No, what game was it this season? Brighton, when we drawn 2-2. He made a mistake in the free kick, but far from that, he's just getting better and better, isn't he, Steve?
But the thing with keepers, Ben, they always will make mistakes, because we always remember the mistakes over the good saves. I mean, like that now, right? It stands out to you, Ben, that mistake. And it's not, not knocking what you just said. That's what we do. We really quick to knock keepers. But we'll have a chat now another, say, 2 months, and we'll keep referring back to, remember that mistake Marcel did? But a highly likely will say, do you remember that save he pulled off at Brentford? It's just, that's just the way we treat keepers. It's like Chelsea said, we always refer back to how bad Matt Turner was. Yeah. We probably speak about Matt Turner more than we do about Sprie Samba in some ways. We all go back to, do you remember that awful kick out that Matt Turner did against such and such? Do you remember that time when he flapped it against Arsenal and And
Lacademos, who was standing behind the goal line trying to make a save against Blackpool.
The keeper is it is the most loneliest. See, that's a great point.
Yeah, and Kel says yes.
No.
Yes, because we had the keepers we had with Turn of Latch. Well done, Kel, for that comment. Because
Gotta appreciate when you've got a good goalie.
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
Since you know what, and since we're back in the Premier League, what good keepers have we had since we come back and play like Henderson?
I would say the best one has been, if he had stayed injury free, would have been Dean Henderson.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Oh, then you got Navas, but I think Navas
is better with his feet. I think Sells is better with his feet though than Henderson. Because remember, Henderson used to get his distribution used to be picked up. Sells' distribution is outstanding. There's not often, is there, that you see him shanking. No. You look at the second goal yesterday. That was a great pass, and he does that a few times, even under pressure.
He picked his head up. It was almost like he looked for that byline. He's almost like he was trying to pick, and he's almost like he realised that was it Doherty? Yeah, Doherty was playing centre half there, so they knew that would be a weakness on their side. It was almost like he thought.
And he was on a yellow card as well, so they could play it on him, couldn't they, a bit more? And
yeah. But to come back to the keeper, I think Sells has probably been our most improved player.
100%. Question. Quick question. It Sells, to your question. Nottingham Forest 1865. Sells is the one that's kept clean sheets. Let's talk about the third goal, and I think every Forest fan was so happy. I was happy when Tower scored his first goal of the season. Was you, Lee? Because I think he deserves it. There's been rumours again. It's rumour month that he's leaving Forest, but he had to get that goal, didn't he? To shut up his doubters.
And he's been unlucky because people have short memories, don't they? And when he got injured, remember, he was absolutely flying, wasn't he? 2023 was his year, really. From around about that time, we played Liverpool at Anfield, the 3-2 game, right the way through the rest of that year. He was fantastic. It's not his fault he gets injured. We forced him back a couple of times as well when he probably wasn't fully fit, which didn't help him. And then Chris Wood's just been so prolific; he's not been able to get in. So it's not really been as any kind of a fault of Tyrell, but people wrote off Chris Wood when he was out the team, and they'll do the same with Awani. I wouldn't rule out, if something happens to Chris Wood, Awani comes in, he could get that goal last night could be the trigger now that sets him off. So, I was pleased. You could see it meant a lot to him, and you could see it meant a lot to the rest of the team as well.
People, please do hit the like button if you can. Subscribe if you're new. I'm just going to go for it's Gary. Couldn't be any worse than we had. Evening, Pete. Evening, Gary. Hope you're well, my friend. Before I know what I was about to ask Chelsea, but let me ask the Welshman about this guy, Nico. Nico's played 6 and won 6. So I think since what game was it? He come in Man U away because
no. Was it Man U away? Yeah. Moreno picked up a ban, didn't he?
Right. This guy, right, Nicky Williams, has been outstanding left back, and this is why I give the question to the Welshman. But Steve, he's been next level, hasn't he? And been very good.
Yeah, and he's taking his chance. You can see he's one of them players who Moreno came in, and Nico's nose is probably put up a joint in a way, thinking, I've been playing well, and we've got a loanee coming in, and he's gone straight into the team. You will get that at teams, even though the team spirit is good. You're bound to get some players, and sometimes competition is good, and it just shows he come back in the side. And what I would say, Ben, he plays left back for Wales.
Yeah, he does.
And he plays well there. And now Aina, which we all were hoping that Aina would go to the right side eventually. And I was advocating. I said, put Nico on the left. He won't let you down, and he just doesn't let you down, does he? And
I bet you're happy. I bet you're happy, aren't you? Because you're Welsh.
Well, it is what it is, Ben. It's we do produce a few good footballers. But yeah, he's just he gives 100%. That's the thing with Nico. He gives 100% every game.
Lee, who made a special appearance behind you, Lee?
Oh, my mate's called in. So.
Is he called in?
He's a Liverpool season ticket holder.
Well, get him out of the house. Get him out. What is he?
A Liverpool season ticket holder. Can you believe the one game he missed this season?
Get him on.
Was the game that we beat him.
Get him on. Get him on for 2 secs. Get him on. Get him on. What's his name?
Righty.
Righty. We're coming for you. We are coming for you. We are coming for you. We're coming for you. I'm not swearing on this chat, but we are coming for you.
Are we going to win the league? We are. You are.
Are you going to win the league? Get off. Lee, get him off.
Right,
Get him off, Lee.
Don't look after Charlie.
Is he going to win the league? Has he been on the joint?
He might have been, yeah.
Yeah, babe. Absolute disgrace. I hate Liverpool with passion. But we'll talk about it later on. Let's talk about, because there's been players like Ward-Prowse. He's been linked with a move away as well, back to West Ham. And people in the chat, would you keep him? Yes or no? Because like I said, there's been loose links. I don't think he'll go, but I'm going to ask Chelsea. And people in the chat as well, get involved. Would you get rid of Ward-Prowse? I wouldn't, because there's so many games that there is, again, from now to the end of the season. Would you get rid of him? Would you send him back to West Ham, Chelsea?
No, I wouldn't. I'd keep him. And there's always in the back of your head, like, obviously, if we do end up in Europe, there's always that niggle in the back of my head. You've got to have 2 squads, effectively, haven't you?
Yeah.
And that is in the back of my head. And he's a good player. I mean, his free kicks, corners, he's brilliant. But I'm just so nervous about Europe. I don't know why I'm that Forest fan. Like, I'm petrified of going to Europe. In Europe, I am.
Why?
I don't know.
Petrified?
I just am, because I think, if we can't, I am. I'm that negative Nelly of like, but then what about if we then, get relegated from the Premier League as a result of that, like teams have done. So I would keep him, but just so I think we need to. I don't know. It's just very tricky.
What about you, Steve? Would you keep him? Yes or no? Because like I say, come on, he was unselfish to give the ball to Tower. But what's your opinion on him?
Now, I've read mixed reports. I mean, again, like you said, Ben, there's been loose reports he's going back to West Ham, but I read there was no option of calling back. I mean, they're going to have a new manager installed soon, so would he want to look at him? But then I've heard that Nuno likes him around the dressing room because he's a steady head in the dressing room. He's got experience. Perhaps he's helping the younger players come along. So maybe you want to keep around, good player to have around the dressing room. He hasn't had many minutes on the pitch. But like the goal yesterday is, if you watch the goal back, he's busting a gut to get up there. He makes the run. Hudson-Odoi picks the ball up, and Ward-Prowse is making the run from deep to get to the box, and then, as you mentioned, he unselfishly squares it, and Taiwo scores. He could have easily taken a shot on, but it just shows the attitude is that he was busting a gut to get up there in support, and it ties in what we were saying earlier about that team spirit. Everyone's in it together, so maybe he just needs a chance. And I don't know if we will touch on the Luton game now this weekend. It's a good chance for players like Ward-Prowse, Taiwo, to get their minutes. And it's a great chance for us to show Nuno what can we bring to the table. Because I kind of feel sorry for Ward-Prowse to me, because we signed him on big fanfare. He was quite I wouldn't say a massive name, but he was a good Premiership name. Who great, our free kicks and corners are sorted now. But then obviously the Chelsea game came, and I'm not saying that Nuno was because he didn't really have a look in after that, after being sent off there. And
that's fair. You can't blame him, Steve, because he got.
It was lucky, wasn't it? It was 2 bookings. It wasn't like it was a reckless challenge or anything. It was.
No, it's not that.
What I'm saying is, sorry, but it's just the timing. I think to us fans, we look at it from that way. I mean, there's obviously more to it, and I agree the players are coming to form. But what I'm saying is, the only game he has started was at Arsenal away. And I mean, we can't judge him on that, because that day Arsenal would have.
It started against Liverpool, didn't it?
Yeah, I think that was his debut.
That was his debut.
No, but Yeah, that was his debut. But the last game he started was Arsenal away. He started in midfield.
Yeah.
And then obviously he's been making cameos coming off the bench for 10 minutes. But it's that Chelsea game was the game he got sent off. He hasn't had really a proper look in. And the Arsenal game, like I said, they tore us to shreds that game. So he perhaps he'll get his chance back now. I mean, the midfield is playing well, but he does offer that something else. And I thought there's been I thought the Man City game away was a perfect opportunity to bring Ward-Prowse on or even starting because them free kicks and corners would have added something different to the attack, from a set piece. Because that's what he can bring to the table. Because if you go back to the Chelsea away game, lead up to the goal, it was his free kick that led to the knockdown to the goal. So these little moments he can add. So I personally, to answer your question, I would keep him just because he's experienced. Because what we're going to do, go out and sign in a 21-year-old loan player who may not have the experience, where, like Chelsea just said, pushing on for Europe, I think I would, in this instance, just go for that bit more experience in the dressing room as well.
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion anyway.
We've still got Danilo and Sangari as well to come
Exactly.
back. So it's like, it's so difficult to know where he's going to slot in. And I thought he was going to play more than what he has done. Obviously, the sending off, you know full well that he thought after. We all saw that, but
he took one for the team, or didn't he? To be fair to him, he took one for the team. He did that game because they were on the counter attack, and maybe a lesser, younger player would have done that. So even Nuno made reference to it. That was, and I'm not saying that Nuno punished him by dropping out the team. It's just because Dominguez, Yates, and so on hit so high form, he just couldn't get back in, and that just shows the level that Yates and Dominguez.
It's the same with Jota Silva and Sousa because everyone again, you transfer windows come in, you hear Jota Silva and Sousa are leaving because they're not getting game time. It's because the other players are playing fantastic, and can you blame them?
Well, look at Alanga, Ben. Alanga was dropped, right, for Jota Silva for a couple of games. Alanga's come back, a different player.
Exactly.
It just shows.
Who's cussing him? Get rid of him.
We just mentioned Nico as well. Nico's come back and he can't get dropped now. So
it's crazy. People, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you know. So the main question is, people, I don't know if am I allowed to say it? Are we title contenders? That's the question. But let me ask this question full panel one as well. We get Glenn's in. How you doing, Glenn, my friend? Evening, everyone. I think J-Wall Price has a place in the Forest for the rest of the season. If Potter is the new manager, he might recall him. Glenn, I don't think they can recall him. If
I don't think there's an option.
I don't know, but
I did see a West Ham thing popped up the other day, rumouring that Ward-Prowse was going back there, and a lot of their fans en masse were saying we should never have let him go in the first place. Get him back. So I know he's pretty well thought of by their fan base. For what it's worth.
It might be a Forest call then. It might be us to cancel his loan, not West Ham to call him back.
Because you've got Danilo and Sangari coming back, haven't we, over the next few weeks? So his game time's potentially going to get even less.
Yeah, let me ask a question about Sangari in a minute. But let me read comments because to Spesh, Silva is getting more time and getting better, but not enough to get 90 minutes. 100%. I said it from day dot. He's a good player when he comes off the bench. 100%. He come on yesterday. He made an impact. Because what Wolves defense couldn't cope with his head in and his little, well, I'm not gonna swear, is S Housey as well, like Yates to come on as well. As well from if we beat Liverpool, we are in the title race. If we lose, we can get it. Blah blah blah. Right, okay. And as well, people, like I said, like Mark says, smash the like button and subscribe with friends. Right. So the question is, people, I'm gonna do a poll as well. Are we title contenders? Yes or no? Let me ask you, Chelsea. Be honest. Are we title contenders? I know we're 6 points. Liverpool got a goal in hand. But people in chat, get involved. Are we title contenders? And give me a reason why. Yes or no. Go. Let's start with you, Chelsea. Are we? Yes or no? Are we? Let's get giddy.
I'm going to say no. Europe, yes.
Shocking.
I just can't. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we are doing so well, and I still can't believe it. But I cannot see. I can't see it personally. But Europe, yes.
Okay. So which one would you prefer? Champions League, Europa, or Conference? As well, people get in the chat as well. Which one would you prefer? I'll ask Stephen Lee. Which one would you prefer?
For my own selfishness, I'd probably say Champions League.
Okay. Okay. Steve, are we title contenders? Yes or no?
We're all doing the same face. Like,
I can't put my finger on it. I've been asked that so many times. But I've also been laughed at as well when I have said it. But the one thing I would say to people who are laughing at it is we're not losing. We're not losing matches.
That's the thing.
If we are going to lose eventually. Look, face fact, we're going to lose eventually, right? We're going to draw a game eventually. I mean, we haven't drawn a game since Chelsea away, which is like, seems like years ago. It's like, seems like another
time now.
Yeah, we had our shorts on. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Right, I'm going to do a Carragher and say
No.
Liverpool,
You're not doing a Carragher. You're not doing a Carragher. No.
I have to then, because if we beat Liverpool, yes, we are.
Okay.
Because if we beat Liverpool, we take this to another level. We win 7 on the trot, and to beat Liverpool and do a double on them, we have to be taken seriously. And because we would have, I think, is it right if we beat Liverpool? Is it how many games have Liverpool won now and we won?
They've got one game in hand still though, the Everton game away.
oh yeah.
But we won the same amount of games.
Oh what?
We both won 12 games each.
Let me double check. People in the chat as well. How many games does Liverpool won? Let me double check.
Because they've only lost one. They've drawn.
No, they've won 14.
They won 14, have they?
They've won 14 and we've won 12.
And I know that we played an extra game, so that's why I thought, right, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we won 12. We won 12.
Yeah, we won 12. We won 12. I mean, January, people. That's mad.
If we beat Liverpool, we take this to another level, which we have to be taken seriously then. If we lose, then I agree. We'll dip then. We'll fall into that third, fourth. And to answer your question, my only worry with Champions League football, are we ready for it? Financially, it will boost the club and the profile of the club, but are we ready? Newcastle, they suffered the season after they were in it. Villa
they got cheated against PSG. They got cheated.
Yeah, they did. They had a tough. And they were in there when they had the group stages, not like it is now as well. I mean, look! If we did it next year, think of the potential games we could have at home next year by that league table system. Now, I mean, the revenue would be through the roof. But look at Villa this year. The Champions League is kind of affecting the league form, so that does worry me, and that ties in what Chelsea said: is that only the European adventure. We'd have to. Our bread and butter is the Premier League. If that means us going out early in Europe, if we makes me safe in the Premier League, I'd take that. So,
answer it. Yeah. Stop trying to dodge the question.
Title race. I'm going to say it. Yes, we are. Screw it. Okay. We are winning the title race.
Before we get
because we're not losing, people. Get it through your heads. We're not losing games.
Not losing.
The thing is, like, here's the thing, though. Right? Say we got into the Europa League next season. I think we could win the Europa League. And then the prize for that is Champions League football. So you'd be getting a trophy and Champions League football a year later. Now, would you rather have that? Would we be better prepared?
I'd say Europa League over Champions League, we will be better prepared, yeah.
I think if we were in the Europa League next season, I think we're one of the favourites to win it. And I would say that about any team, any Premier League team that's in it.
The one thing I would say,
you don't get the Champions League dropouts now, do you? You don't get the Champions League dropouts in that either.
The one thing I would say is if we do get Champions League football, the players we will be linked with would be Surreal.
Bloody hell. Why is everyone getting ahead of themselves? Everyone's getting ahead of themselves about winning Europa and all that. Forget Europa. We've been champions. You know what? I'll ask me in a minute.
We can't lose, really, can we, this season? As long as we get somewhere in Europe, whether it's whatever, we can't. I don't think we can lose. It's been such a good season.
Can I just say, well, no jumping ahead as well, though. If we do beat Liverpool, we'll be 3 points behind them. Yeah. And I know next game after that is Southampton at home. Now, there's no gimmies in football, but I'd like to know who Liverpool have next after us. Because stranger things have happened. We could be going into that game. Because I was talking to a Liverpool supporter in work, and he said they got a tough month coming up. They got a lot of games coming up. So we could be in for a roller coaster, guys. Yeah.
Can someone give us a Liverpool?
Who Liverpool got after that?
Who Liverpool got? I can't bother to check my phone for fair, but
Or something else that could come into play. Could be all these, this talk about these players' contracts running down, and you saw they're starting to turn up the heat now, aren't they, on Trent Alexander-Arnold, and it affected his game. Van Dijk and Salah are out of contract too. Salah keeps posting stuff on his Instagram. If that starts getting messy and becomes a lot of noise, that could affect them, like it did with Klopp last season. Remember that they were top of the league. Klopp was going, and it seemed to affect them and derailed them. That could happen again.
Yeah, so
Brentford.
That's
Brentford away as well, because they played them at Anfield.
So what? They got Brentford and Bournemouth this month.
Yeah,
2 tough games.
Like I said, Liverpool supporter told me in work they got a tough month, and they got a lot of games planned.
We've got Bournemouth away, and they know. To be fair,
and Liverpool are playing tomorrow night as well.
Yeah, they are. But Bournemouth, I don't know. You know the Brazilian striker Bournemouth, he's out for 3 months. I don't have to know.
Evan Nielsen.
Yeah, he's out for 3 months. Tarsal, I think it is. But people, it's just mad. Lee, are we title contenders? Yes or no?
No.
Why get this guy on? Why can't you say yes?
I just think unless Liverpool start losing games, but I still think I actually think Newcastle will finish second. Newcastle are the best team that's come to the City ground this season.
They finish second.
Newcastle, I think Newcastle are better than Arsenal.
Newcastle will finish second.
I think so. Newcastle have won 5 in a row as well. And they beat us at the City ground, and they played well. They looked a better team than us.
To be fair, Newcastle they've won.
They've got brilliant midfield. They've probably got the best midfield in the league.
Yeah. To be fair, Newcastle.
Did you know that they said in TalkSport today they would put the Forest defence,
goalkeeper in defence? Yeah, right.
Newcastle midfield and the Liverpool front three as a super team.
Right, I say Man City. You said no. Chelsea, you said no. Did you say no, Chelsea?
No, yeah.
What did you say, Steve?
Yes, come on, believe.
This is why we were the same side. You took a stay there. Can we win the league? Yes or no? Before we get player ratings as well, people please do hit the like button and subscribe if you know. Let's talk about Nuno, man. But again, I'm gonna ask you Chelsea again. I think I keep asking this question, man. And thanks, Steve, for throwing me on the bus again this morning. This guy is. We love Cooper. I always do, but are you loving Nuno more than Cooper now? I think I am.
I am.
Ooh, good question.
No, but it is though. We've got to be realistic because I'll get shot at if I said Cooper this, Cooper that. But I think he is.
I loved and will always love Cooper for what he done.
Yeah, 100%.
I always felt like there was Cooper. And then there was Marinakis. I never felt like there wasn't that togetherness with them both. And now I feel like every piece of the puzzle is just fitting in.
Yeah.
And you can just tell players are happy. I mean, you look at when you watch like the Wolves play, you don't see a happy team. You don't see a happy squad. And everything is just pieced together. And there's still that part of me that's going, so what is there that's wrong? You know? And even like when you look online and you just see how happy everybody is and the fans, and it's just all linking up. And I admit like I said before, when he came in, I didn't know. I was very bitter about it. But what he's doing, I just can't believe that's happening. And that is down, obviously I know that there is a bigger team there, but without Nuno, there was no way we would be where we were. I mean, when Nuno took over, where were we in the table?
17th, yeah, we're 17th.
There you go. So 17th, and then he's come in next season in, and we are joint second. That to me, like when you three were talking then, and we were about the title contenders and stuff, and I just thought, how are we?
We are title contenders. We're
talking. Yeah,
so we are title contenders. We are joint.
The fact that we're even but the fact that we're even having the debate is crazy in a way, isn't it?
I know. There was me thinking that, we're going to, at the start of the season, you'd end up talking about the relegation battle that we'll be having again for a third season. And we're talking about being title contenders. Like, it is so surreal having these conversations as Forest fans. And it's like...
it's good, though. It's people, if you love us talking about being title contenders, please do hit the like button, man. Bloody, it's amazing, man. Absolutely amazing. I'm just going through the comments as well. And like this Gary said, got to move on for times. No one's bigger than the club. 100% Gary. No one's bigger than the club. But this one from Spesh, great comment. That's a hard question. That's Cooper gave us the backup our pride. But Nuno has taken to the next level, 5%. And like I said, with Well Steve, I don't know. How old are you, Chelsea? Are you under 23? Oh, so you see the Frank Clark? You didn't see the Frank Clark days, did you? You was born. No. Oh, I didn't see it. Frank Clark will always be the pinnacle for me. Like Sir Brian Clough is there.
No one touches him.
Well, 50 years as well. 50 years of Brian Clough was hired as Nottingham Forest manager, and you know the rest. So, but in my era, Frank Clark will be there. Cooper, Nuno, just above Cooper, but Cooper will always be in my heart. But
so are they? So sorry, are you saying that they're ahead of Frank Clark or Frank Clark second?
Frank Clark's first.
I get you now. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Era. Yeah. My era. It'd be Frank
Clark. Where's Billy Davis?
What you? Come on, people in the chat. He's a Billy Davis.
He's in Nottingham. He's in Nottingham.
People in the chat. Lee still wants Billy Davis to come back at Nottingham Forest.
No, I don't.
Yes, he does. People in the chat, if you know Lee, all Lee talks about is Billy.
I like him, but I don't want him back as manager.
Hey, don't he want Steve Cooper back, Billy Davis back?
He does like this Billy Davis.
I have still got my Billy Davis scarf upstairs just in case we get more unfinished business, part 3.
Like Gary Marriott said, it's time to move on.
One manager the one manager I've got a soft spot for, and if he had taken us to the Premier League, he would have been up there for me, was Paul Hart. I loved Paul Hart.
Great team. Yeah, great team.
Great team. Awesome team. What a team. And that team back then, doesn't that remind you a bit like this one? Good counteracting team, pace, Huckabee, Hayward, Johnson. And we had the solid midfield. We had a good defence. Dawson, Morgan, Brennan, left back. This is what, so, it's come full circle, really. I mean, we had a great team. But,
the memories, man. The memories. But Billy Davis, stop talking about Billy Davis League, man. No, stop it. If you want to watch Billy Davis, go on.
You're not coming to the evening. You're not coming to see him next month, then, no?
I don't need to. Listen, mate. The first spell, fantastic for us. Fantastic. Second spell, I'll never forgive him when we lost to Derby 5-0. Never forgive him for that. Never a chance. Do you forgive him for that, Lee?
We did have a lot of injuries, though.
Lee,
I mean, we have a ridiculous amount of injuries.
Lee, answer the question. Do you forgive Billy Davis for losing 5-0 away at Derby?
Anything can happen in a game.
Lee, answer the question. Do you forgive Billy Davis?
Yeah.
Never.
Hey, United lost 6-1 to Man City at home with Alex Ferguson. These freak results can happen. It's a freak result. That was all it was. A freak result. Anyway, let's move back to the here and now. We don't need to talk about those dark days anymore.
We're title contenders, people.
Exactly, and Derby haven't got to worry about Plymouth now, so we don't need to talk about those days.
Sorry, Ben, can I just give my opinion about Nuno comparison with the Cooper thing quickly? Is Cooper set the foundations for where we are now, and it was quite cliche to say that.
Yeah.
But it almost felt like, and Chelsea touched on it, you always felt there was that separation between Cooper and Marinakis. But it almost felt like Cooper was more like one of us, like a fan. He was almost like the fist pump. He had that connection with us. If you notice with Nuno, he gives it to the players. He allows them to have their time. If you watch him, he doesn't come over and give the whole fist pump and really, he does his little thing to the crowd and walks away. He allows the players to have that moment. And he literally goes to them. It's them, not me. And if you listen to his interviews, it's the players. He's very talkative. He's very talked up with players. Yeah, very focused on his players. That's not a knock on Cooper. I almost felt with Cooper, it was almost like, I don't know, he was trying to look for that too much of a connection with us. And he let his emotions run too much with him. And Nuno is a bit more calmer. I'm sure he showed emotion last season, like Lee said about the Everton game. But, you want to see that as well, because we did get screwed in that game. But that's my opinion. And Nuno, and like in the comments said, Nuno's just taking us to another level. And it'll come a point where we may have to go to another level and we may have to get another higher standard manager. We don't know where this journey's taking us. And Nuno will know that time will come.
Champions League.
We might be linked with the likes of bloody, throw some names out there, Pochettino or these kind of managers in the future.
Don't forget, as you said, we all go for the title. These two said that we're not. Them two said we're not.
Because you got to remember one thing as well, right? I just throw out there as well. Not only players get attracted to, if you get European football, Champions League, managers do as well. So there'll come a point where Nuno will leave, because who to say Nuno won't get headhunted now? There'd be clubs looking at him now, going, "Hang on now."
Even Arsenal.
So we got to be careful. Yeah, we got to be careful of that as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
we have.
Who knows where this journey's taking us on? And we could have this, we have this conversation now, another 12 months down the line, and we don't know where we're going to be. It's just crazy because what's happening in 12 months?
We'll be in the Champions League. I'll be in Iceland or somewhere, or Lithuania, somewhere in
this time. This time last year, we were drawn in 2-2 with Blackpool in the FA Cup, and we were thinking, where are we going with this team? Is Nuno the right guy? We can't even beat the League One side at home in the cup, and blah blah blah. And if you had said to me, Ben, at that game last year, this time next year, Steve, we'd be in top 3 Premier League and beaten in 6 games, you'd be like, all right, Ben.
To be fair, though, it's like just to go back to the Europe or whatever it is. Even if it's just imagine having a European and a away day. Even if you're playing someone like Sparta Prague. Sparta Prague aren't a glamorous team, but imagine that a weekend in Prague, and I mean that what a trip that would be. There's so many good places.
Lee, to your question, I don't care where I go. If it's anywhere in Europe, I'm gone. I'm traveling there.
Ajax, a weekend in Amsterdam.
Baku, what's the team? Is it Baku? Even I'll go there. Kazakhstan, Iceland. Is there?
I might draw the line at Kazakhstan.
Is there? No, I'm gone. What, is there a team in Ibiza? Must be a team in Ibiza.
It's when we get to Europe, you have to change the title of your vlogs to Dore in Europe.
I saw the comments.
Them European matches. You have to tweet
European DoreOntour or something like that. Yeah.
I look at the comments on my vlogs to make sure everyone watched the vlog. It's a great vlog. Someone put in the comments, you've got to change your name from DoreOntour to Dore is on Europe. So I don't know. People, what do you think?
Ben, quick one, Ben. If there's one, so say we're in the Champions League, what's the one ground I want to go to that ground if we play them?
People in the comments, get involved with that one. That's a great question. That's a great
San Siro for me, mate. San Siro.
Either there or it'd have to be what's Madrid's? Bernabeu, is it?
Before we do it, people in the comments, get involved. If we do any Champions League, Europa or conference, what ground would you love to go to? But let me just get into these ones. Did you see the Derby final in the Wolves end last night? I didn't, but there's pictures of it. That's embarrassing. We don't care about you now. We're winning leagues. We're winning leagues, people. You're going down back to League One.
Derby fans must hate it.
They not to be fair. And some guy called Des Alden compares you to Feast of Joy. Forget what we went before we were going to. We are going to Champions League. So Des thinks we're going to Champions League.
Do you know what would be an unreal you know what would be an unreal away day for Champions League? And it's only up in Scotland. Would be Celtic away.
You know what?
That would be.
Yeah, there's one.
Yeah.
That would be some atmosphere.
Gary says Real Madrid. So right, so people involved, get involved. Who would you want before we do go? Me, it's got to be Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Real
Yeah.
Madrid or Dortmund.
Or Barcelona. It's got to be Barcelona or Madrid.
Dortmund would be great. I think any German
Yeah.
club
You know
or
what?
city would be great.
You know what? I've been to when Forest played Frankfurt and Union Berlin, and the great fan base, man. Going to Dortmund or Berlin, or Dortmund or Bayern Munich, I'd love to go to them grounds and that. So that's
What are you going to do? Wait, what would you do for your opposition previews with some of these teams? You're going to have to start expanding your horizons.
I've got to expand people. I've got to the DoreOntour European. Oh, don't. I'm not right. Let's think about winning the league. Yeah. Right. So tell us here, where would you want to go?
Oh, Madrid. I'll go with you.
Yeah, Lee.
San Siro, Milan.
Oh, you got a soft spot for Inter Milan.
I love Italian football anyway, but I think the San Siro is amazing, and it might be going, mate. So you know what I mean. You've got to get there before it goes.
I'm praying. Yeah, Inter Milan. Yeah, I love to go to San Siro because Jamie Martin keeps asking about it as well. Right, before we do go, people, we'll do man of the match and ratings as well. So people in the comments, who was your man of the match yesterday? Matthew, Steve, who was your man of the match?
I've been thinking about it all day because I knew you'd ask me it. I was thinking Sells, just because how he kept us in the game and some of the saves. But do you know what? I'm going to go for Hudson-Odoi. I thought Hudson-Odoi was just the way he was so direct, the way he set the goal up. Well, he set pretty much the second and third goal up, really. I know Ward-Prowse squared it, but it was his pass to Ward-Prowse, which, led on to the goal. I think Hudson-Odoi was just every time he had the ball, he was direct. He never gave the ball away. He was just, I don't know, he looked a real handful last night. And he was up against a very young right back as well, was that Lima, 18-year-old, which, again, it's, you always wanted to look at a weakness, and he tore Doherty a new you-know-what as well for the second goal. So, for me, unlucky Sells not to get it, but I'm just going to lean towards Hudson-Odoi. That's my personal choice. They're harsh on Sells, I know, but I like flair players. So.
Yeah. Chelsea, who's your man of the match?
I was thinking about this today as well, like you were, Steve, but I was tossing up between Sells or Gibbs-White, but I'm going to have to go Matt Sells. Them saves that he made, when you think about them all day after the game. So, man of the match, 100% for me.
Lee?
Yeah, echo Chelsea, Matt Sells.
Yeah, I think Dawn says Sells as well.
Not just great saves, but you think of the timing of those saves. They would have been equalisers, or even that one save made the second half. Imagine if they pulled one back there with like 20 minutes to go. Just important saves at important times.
I think I've got to go for Hudson-Odoi.
Being weird though, doesn't it? Giving the goalie a man of the match and a 3-0 win, but they were such important saves.
I think he did. Did he do like a Schmeichel save? When he did a Peter Schmeichel save. Someone mentioned it was Dave, so he did a Peter Schmeichel save, but it was a great save, to be fair. But I think I've got a toy with seeing what Steve said. I'm saying Hudson-Odoi. Sells again for me with the great saves, but the second goal, and he made the third goal as well. For me, Hudson-Odoi for me. But
nice to see him back, wasn't it? Back to his best after missing the last game through injury. So
definitely. Right, people. Forest are in the title contenders. It's been confirmed. I don't care what anyone says. If anyone disagrees with me, I just feel we are a title contenders.
Sorry, Ben. Can I ask Lee and Chelsea what I've asked you before quickly? Just an option. Good quick one. So, and to the pan and to the group chat as well, is would you rather top 4 Champions League football or win the FA Cup and finish 8th?
You know what?
People in the chat get involved.
Because I'm old school, and I'd say win the FA Cup. Because to me, you want to win trophies, don't you? You want to win. You want to win trophies.
Would you take that? No, drop in like a stone on the league though. You would take that and win the cup. Yeah.
I'd rather FA Cup finish 8th.
And again, it's not a right or wrong answer. It's just a matter of opinion.
You're still Europe next season as well, then, aren't you? And then that's another competition we can go in. It's the long game.
I'm too scared.
Why do you do that?
It's just you. Like one of the boys asked me work today is like, if you don't get European football now, is that a failure this season? And I said, yes, it is.
Yes,
100%. It is. It is a failure now.
Why do you ask these questions, man? That's FA Cup or 8th or Champions League. People in the chat, what would you do?
You're never going to forget. You think of the teams that have won cups in the last sort of 20 years: West Ham, Swansea, Wigan. You know what I mean? Birmingham. You're always going to remember those days, aren't you?
What about winning the double? We're winning the double. We still got a chance winning the double, people.
I tell you what, can someone look up the odds on Forest winning the double this season?
People, what is the odds on that? The guy says stuff that FA Cup top 4 and European target. Exactly. Thank you very much.
If we win the double, I can't swim, right? I'll jump in the Trent. In my pants.
You know what? I'll join you with my JD bottle.
Yeah. If we win a double, I would jump in the Trent.
And I don't drink. I don't drink. Glenn, what have you been smoking? Yeah, Glenn, what have you been smoking? Bloody hell. But yeah, I've been doing this for how long now? 6 years. I'm talking about title contenders in the Premier League. I've never imagined this. Talking about this, man. But it's fantastic. It's great to talk about. But panel, thank you very much, Chelsea, Lee, and Steve. It's been a pleasure. We've got Luton. I think. To talk about Luton, or you know what? I'll do another show about Luton because we're title contenders. We're gonna win the league, Chelsea and Lee. Because me and Steve
so.
together.
Don't get me wrong. I'd love to be proven wrong.
Me and Welsh are sticking together. We're going to win the league, and I don't care. But
you know the sad thing about Luton, though. You know the sad. I'll say before we leave, Luton. They're the only since we've been promoted. They're the only team we haven't beaten in the Premier League now.
Oh yeah. And Man City.
Oh yeah, Man City. I think it's them.
I'm Bournemouth.
Oh, the list is growing, yeah.
We'll beat them.
We beat Bournemouth. We beat City at home as well. Come on, now.
we'll beat Man City. Well, people, it's been a great show. Like I said, people, if you agreed with me and Steve and disagreed with Chelsea and Lee, get the comment section now because we are. It's confirmed. We are joint second for a week. Even Steve's dog thinks we're title contenders.
Yeah.
Oh, look, he's got his ears ready. People. So people, it's been a pleasure. Before we do leave, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you know, and in the comment section, I've done all the games that we've won. So please do. All the links are in the bottom screen as well. As well in the top of the logs, the chat. Please can you sign up for Amanda's defibrillator for football. All you do is click on it and follow because I think she's got another defibrillator as well. So well done for Amanda for that. So all you do is follow her and please do it. It's a fantastic cause that she's doing. She works hard for it and she deserves to follow and support her as well. Right, people. It feels great to be a title contender. I'm going to keep saying this till it's gone. But it's been a pleasure. See you Friday. We're going to win the league. We're going to Champions League. Peace and love.
We're going to Madrid.
We're going to Madrid. First start in.
We're going to Rome.
Peace and love. Oh, I got. Okay, yeah, bleep. Yeah, take that down. Peace and love. Up the Forest.